What's up, everybody? We're live here with the Fat Thrower Podcast. Here with me, Jody, Cieutat, Midget, Mafia, OG, me, Andy Gunnin. What's up, everybody? We're back. It's been a little bit. We had to skip a week. I blame Jody and myself.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's been a absolute nonstop time for me. 2 weeks for me. Like, absolutely dropped the hammer nonstop. I was in Vegas, then from Vegas to Atlanta, the shows in Atlanta to Illinois to actually Missouri, Vegas, Atlanta, Illinois, and back. And so, yeah, it's been crazy.
And then you wonder why you're sick.
Look, I was sick before I left. Okay, I got sick before I left over 2 weeks ago. After I had already been sick 2 weeks prior and had antibiotics and got better, then my stinking stepdaughter come home with something from school, and I gave me whatever that crap was.
Nice.
And I had to fight through it to go do all my shows because I had 9 shows that I could not cancel on.
Yeah.
One of which that came through at the last minute that I couldn't say no to. So, yeah. So, before I went to Vegas, I started feeling a sore throat again. I was like, what the crap is this? I just came off antibiotics 3 days ago for this. I feel better. And then my wife goes, oh, yeah, Riley had something. And I was like, why don't you tell me this? Keep her away from me.
Yeah.
I have to go perform.
Yeah.
I have to do a show. I cannot cancel. Unless I have COVID, it's the only way I can legally be let out of anything.
Yeah.
You know, that is the only way. COVID's about the only thing you can have that people will say, no problem.
Yeah.
You're okay. Nothing held against you. No problem, brother. We got it. Thank you for telling us and staying home. Anything else other than you're dead in the ground, your ass better be at the show.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up and get your ass on stage. Show must go on. Or else you don't want to have a career.
Yeah.
In this industry. You don't want to have a career. Because either one, you can make a decision. It's like, God dang it. So, I mean, I went to Vegas. I was a little congestion, a little sore throat, whatever, not a big deal. Make sure I wasn't like contagious, no fever, no nothing like that. I'm like, crap. I'm like, maybe it's just allergies. Maybe it's just allergies because I had those antibiotics now,
Yeah.
But the weather's been weird. This weather we've had here in Georgia is the type of weather that when it's like this, when it's wet and cold and then humid and cold, I'll get bronchitis or something out of the blue. So I think it's part of it. I'll get that out of just bam. So I was avoiding that and I was taking everything, vitamin C's and everything. And I felt okay. I was just like, man, this little head congestion is not getting any better. And then when I was in Vegas performing, I was okay for one day. Then it just kind of came back and then it kept getting worse. And I was like, crap. So I came home exhausted. And then I was just like 3 time zones and all that. And I'm like, Friday I was going to cancel my show because it was just a open mic show, a booked open mic. You have to be booked. And I was just going to go up there. And I was like, I got to rest because I've got to go to Illinois Saturday morning. That's like 11-hour drive. And I was like, I've got to rest. And I'm laying there. My wife's like, you need to go back to the doctor and get some stuff. Like, they're not going to give me any medicine. They're not going to give me any antibiotics. I just came off antibiotics. I'm like, they're not going to give me any more.
Yeah.
And then I get a phone call from the Punchline Friday afternoon. Hey, Andy, can you host both shows tonight, 8 and 10 o'clock? I'm like, oh. Of course, you can't say no.
Yeah.
Can't say no. And I was like, yep, I'll be there. And I sat up and I was like, well, I'm going to the Minute Clinic. Went over there and the lady looked at me. She goes, you were just here 2 weeks ago, Andy. I go, and I told you. And you gave me and I said I was fine. And then I told her she's like, what the heck? And I was like, so she gave me a different antibiotic. I've been on it for 6 days. And I'm still all fuzzied up and stuff and congested.
Yeah. Like you said, it's this weather.
Dude, this weather, man. Every time this weather's like this here in Georgia, cloudy, overcast, wet, rainy. I mean, we've had rain every other day for like months now. And when it gets this cold, humid, my body can't handle it. Like I get sick. And so she looked at me and she goes, your ears you get fluid in your ears again. And she goes, you just had fluid in your ears 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you, my body does not like this weather. It does not. It just, I'm like, here I am with 2 ear infections within 3 weeks back to back. And I'm like, I was like, just make sure it's not COVID so I can at least go do the damn shows.
Yeah.
And here I'm just struggling, and I'm like dosing myself up with everything. But I had an amazing good show at the Punchline, all doped up, and we actually talked about it on one of the podcast, on Bar Comedy USA that I do a lot of shows for. Which, by the way, I'm going to Arkansas tomorrow to do a show. Got to drive 10 hours to go to Arkansas to do a show. They booked me a lot. They've been booking me a lot. They booked me like 16 times, and they were talking about why do comedians have such good shows when they're sick? And I go, I'd like to know too, because this is the second time I've performed not feeling well and just had an amazing set. I don't know if it's just I'm so doped up or I'm just so out of it, and I'm just trying to push hard.
You try to push and just don't give a crap.
I guess I push too hard and I just don't care, and I'm just and I guess just more of me comes out. I don't know, but I had a really good set, and with Mike Eisman from American Ninja Warrior, super funny guy. And I got to host those shows Friday night with my buddy AJ Wilkerson featuring. He headlined at Zany's Nashville last night. I got to call him and see how that went. So me and my buddy AJ have done several shows here, but yeah, I'm in the middle of the busiest time in my career, and here I am getting sick 2 different times right in the middle of it and can't shake it.
It's nice.
Yeah, real nice. Because if it keeps up, they're gonna be like, there's nothing we can give you.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to everything.
Yeah,
and then they'll be like, we just gave you 2 rounds of high dose antibiotics back to back, and you still can't kick this crap. I'm like, I'm gonna move states. I'm gonna move to a different state. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it's like you start feeling good, and then all of a sudden you get that grunge again.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing for about 2 weeks.
Yep, it's been 4 for me now.
Yeah.
I had 3 days of relief, and then I have been struggling as I've been traveling. And even this morning, I mean, it's like, feels like it's about to move out of me. And then it's like, so I'm hopped up on Dayquil and coffee right now. So we may have to cut the podcast short because I may have to go poop. I sound like a smoker for like 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's not. But I feel, I mean, nothing, and there's nothing green. There's nothing, no fevers, no nothing like that. So I know I'm not like, contagious with that. It's just all inside me and in my head and stuff. So yeah, so it's awesome. But the good thing is my wife left today to go to Savannah with her daughter because she's like, we're going somewhere this weekend without you. And I'm like, well, why don't you just cancel your show? So I can't cancel a show. I was like, if I ever cancel a show, I got to be COVID or dead. I mean,
yeah.
So we're going to go to Savannah. We got to get out of here. I go, bye.
But like you said, you talked about how, you're sick and then you get better and then somebody doesn't tell you they're sick.
Yeah.
Or you don't. We go to our my in-laws, and you ask them, is anybody sick? Oh, no. And then you get down there and everybody's like hacking a lung up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, no, we're not. Yeah. I told Liz, I was like, why didn't you tell me Riley was sick? Well, I didn't think it. And I'm like, you have to keep the kid away from me. You understand this, right? You understand my living and everything I make right now is based upon me doing shows. And I'm doing back-to-back shows right now that I can't cancel. It's like, this is what I've worked for. This is what I've worked for, is having stacked up 18 shows at a time, and here lately, thankfully, praise the Lord, I'm every 2 shows I do, I'm getting a call and I'm replacing 2 more shows. So I'm like, the wheel's going, and we can't stop the wheel, because if you stop the wheel, you can't get the wheel started back again.
So what you need to do is you need to learn sign language.
Yeah. So.
And then hire you an interpreter.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm still going to talk. It better be building up my immune system. That's all I gotta say. Because I am over this. I am over it. I am just pissed off more than anybody be pissed off. And of course, my wife's like, well, and I'm like laying around, I'm like, can someone do the dishes? No, wait, you've been gone. I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna murder y'all. I'm like, seriously, y'all are I'm about to lose it on somebody.
This is dirty. Okay, trash. There.
Oh, that's what it was. The system muted me because apparently it read a short. God dang it! Stop thinking for me. StreamYard trying to think.
I'm unplugging my crap gun. No,
No, it just me. Look down at the bottom first, see if my mic comes up muted because it did it automatically. Yeah, I didn't do it. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Anyways, let's talk about what's going on. A lot of things. Richard Belzer, rest in peace, 78 years old, died. I didn't realize he lived in France, but apparently he lived in France. Died away in his home. They said he had a lot of medical conditions. Didn't know. He was a famous actor, but he was a comedian before he was an actor. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just know him from his role on SVU, Law and Order.
Yeah.
SVU. Because I think he was on that for like 20 years or something stupid, something crazy. But he was a comedian before that in the 70s, 80s. Very good comedian. In my opinion, did not get the. I don't think he got the. I mean, he went on to do TV and stuff and worked his way into TV from comedy, but I don't think he got enough just due as a comedian. In my opinion, I think he should have been. Light should have been on him a little bit more in that aspect. But that's just me. Very funny comedian, very good actor. Everybody loved him. 78 died. But he had a long life, good career.
Yeah.
Long life, good career, amazing career to expand. Gosh, 50 something years. So you cannot complain with that. I know a lot of people heartbroken that are Law and Order fans, but us in the comedy community lost another OG comedian who paved the way for a lot of us.
Now, during his time, who else was out there that was kind of overshadowing him?
Well, you got a lot of people because he was coming up in the heyday in the 80s, man, when everybody was just coming out swinging. The list is a mile long in the 80s. You had Robin Williams out there on the scene. You had who was blazing a trail. You had Eddie Murphy. You've had Richard Pryor. You've had Rodney Dangerfield. Louis Anderson. The list is a freaking mile long of the people he was doing comedy with and rubbing elbows with. Not to say he wasn't known. He was very well known.
Yeah.
He was just caught up in the wake of a mix of so much good talent, and there was so much of the spotlight that could go around. But he held court with many of these comedians, and if you could catch him on a show, he was hilarious. Very funny guy. And I just think there's so many people that were coming up and coming out. Andrew Dice Clay, a lot of those guys are just coming up and coming out and just taking the spotlight just because of whatever. And that's the thing about comedy. You don't know what's going to click, what's going to kick off, what the quote unquote the hierarchies of the TV and movies are like. Bless the person that's going to be the next whatever and put the spotlight on them.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, He did. He was on Carson and he was on a lot of different shows. People knew him and knew of him. He was, again, very strong, very good comedian. Just they put the spotlight more on certain others guys, and that's just what it is. Not to say not diminishing him on any level.
Yeah.
And that's just what this game is. And this game, it's sometimes your light shines brighter quicker. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes your path is a little bit slower. Sometimes your path is different. It's just about how you get there, and everybody gets there at a different speed, different time, different area. Even though, like my buddy AJ, he's taking off right now, and he just opened for Burt Kreischer, and then I opened for him at Stardome. He headlined at Nashville last night. He's getting a lot of opportunities. He's getting pushed out there because he's got some management behind him. he caught on a little bit quicker. He does have a little bit more of a catch with his being able to talk about his autism and everything, so it gets people more kind of curious and looking at him. And not to say that he's not funny, he's very funny, hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's just taken off quicker and got some opportunities, and he'll even tell you, you know, he and I talked about it in the green room. He goes, I got very, very lucky with my break. His break came with Jay Muse and opening for Jay Muse. He won a contest. He got to go open for Jay Muse. Jay Muse was in the green room. He was having such a good set that the crowd was laughing so hard. Jay stuck his head out and goes, what is this guy? Who is this guy? He thought he just a guy opening for him from an open mic that won the contest. Wasn't going to pay him no attention. Wasn't going to pay him any mind. Just going to do his, just lay in the green room. And then he was having such a good set. And AJ tell you, he goes, I was having such a good set. He goes, everything was clicking with the audience. They were in a good zone. I was in my zone, and everything I was doing was hitting. I was just boom, boom. And Jay walked out and goes, who is this guy? And then, so after his set, Jay goes, holy crap, that dude is hilarious. And then turns to AJ, says, do you want to open for me from now on?
That's
and go
awesome.
on the road with me.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And so then he starts feet. So that happens. He and I meet at the World Series Con. We become friends. And then he goes back and he starts opening for Jay Muse. And he brought me on as a guest spot on one of their shows, which was great. I got to meet Jay and hang out and do it. And we had a great show. And that's what he was doing. He was going around featuring for Jay Muse at all these clubs. So he got a lot of exposure really quick.
Yeah.
Into a lot of clubs, and then caught the eye of some folks, and then recorded a thing at Zany's, and I was there for it. And then it just went like that. So everybody's path is different. Everybody clicks off different. And some people, you know, and nobody know he's like, you know, so he's just trying to run with it, you know, and here I am, buddy of his, you know, I'm fairly funny. I'm being booked left and right. I just didn't get, you know, my path is different than his, but we're still doing the same thing. And it's funny because now it's parallel. It's because I got to open for him at Stardome, and then I got called into the Punchline to host because they didn't have a host Friday night randomly. They needed a clean comic, and they said, Andy, we need you to come host these two shows. I said, great. AJ said he was going to come into town and feature, and I said, well, let me know. I'll try to see if they'll let me host that weekend so we can do some more shows together.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was featuring. Boom. He calls me. He goes, I'll see you there tonight. I go, what? He goes, I'm featuring. I go, when did you get the call? He goes, 3 days ago. They told me I'm featuring. He goes, I didn't have time to call you. I go, well, here it is. The comedy world, the comedy gods putting us back together, and me hosting, you featuring, and having a good show.
Now with comedy, can you blow up too quick?
You know, that's a good question. I think so. Some people have, you know, some people have blown up real quick, you know, shot off, gone viral, and then it didn't sustain, and then kind of landed in a nice plateau I mean, everybody's view of success is different. Okay. Everybody's view of success is different.
Yep.
In this world. Not everybody's going to be an Eddie Murphy, a Jerry Seinfeld, a Dave Chappelle. Let's just be honest. Those are one few haystack kind of thing. Can you be a very good comedian and tour continually and do club shows and then work your way into TV like Richard did? Of course. But is that the path you want? Some guys just want to be a road comic. Some guys just want to be a club comic. Some guys can do TV because that's what they want to do. But there's certain aspects you got to change to kind of do TV and things like that. So you've got to be able to willing to do these acting classes and all this stuff and structure your stuff a little bit different. And there used to be like sets that you would do in LA specifically for TV to show off your ability of range. So you would do all these different ranges of emotions and acting outs and act out. So those comedy sets are different because there was always producers and people in the audience and they're trying to get on TV shows. So and then there's bar comedy, and then the bar comedy, which is raunchier, dirtier, you know, grittier, that kind of stuff. That's more fun. So it depends on what kind of comedian you want to be. Number one. Number two, what do you want to get out of comedy? Some people, I just want to be funny and want to be booked. Some people don't even know what they want to do. Like, it's better to have some kind of goal and figure out where you end up. You might not end up exactly where you wanted, but if you at least got something out there to go for, you at least got a path. Your path may turn left, it may turn right, it may go different. And I've seen it go different. I've seen it start to go different for a lot of guys that I've started comedy with 3 years ago. Some are taking off. Some are kind of going this way or getting more club work. Some are getting opportunities in other areas, maybe towards TV, movie kind of stuff. Um, so it's all different,
Yeah.
but it just depends on where you want to end up. And everybody asks me that question, like, where do you want to end up? It's like, look, if I could end up doing a little bit of everything, I compare it to like John Reap. John Reap right now is probably one of the best guys that's doing a little bit of everything. He's got a successful podcast. He's been in movies, very successful movies. He still does some movies here and there, but he does clubs and comedy as well. So he gets to do a little bit of everything. He still pulls money from all those different aspects. So when he's doing clubs and touring, if he's not doing as much clubs, he's doing commercials or doing a movie or a TV show, and then kind of he's playing a balance of all three and just having a great career writing and making great money and then making a great living and doing a
Yeah.
little bit of everything he loves. That for me would be an amazing feat. Okay, that's amazing feat for me. Now, right now, I'm just trying to get more club work, more continual bookings, things like that. So that's where I'm at right now, which I'm doing. I'm doing very well. I've got 18 shows coming up. I'm staying booked. I'm making a little bit of money selling merch. So it's not costing money. I'm not doing free shows. So I'm on a path. And now the Punchline called me in. I'm getting some attention from some clubs. I'm getting looks. I'm getting kind of that I'm about to break in and start doing more club work, which that's my goal right now. That's my goal this year. That's been my goal. So once I do that, then I take that and take the next step and next step and next step towards what I want to do. And right now it's touring and it's getting booked and paid and then getting more club work. That's my goal right now.
Now, is it hard? Like, I know there's managers that specifically do comedy and all that. Is it hard to find a manager for comedy and add everything else?
Well, you don't want, no, it's not really. I mean, it's not, I mean, there's managers out there, but it's real hard to get picked up on because here's the thing. You've got to be really good at some point because here's the thing. It's not worth having a manager that takes 10% of $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it in them either. What they're looking for, and my buddy AJ, who just got picked up by some management, you know, they're looking for somebody who's going to be the next possible big thing, you know, the next big wave of running, you know, of people liking and attaching themselves to and that kind of stuff. And it helps that he's open for Bert Kreischer and Bert blessed him publicly. And AJ's very funny. And I am super excited for him. I am very excited. I'm one of his biggest freaking cheerleaders. Okay. Has nothing to do for me to gain anything other than it's happening to him so much faster than the rest of us that I know he's going to be one of my biggest cheerleaders when it clicks for me.
Yeah.
So we're going to be both right there together for, you know, and he and I have had these conversations, and it's great that I'm able to do this stuff right along with him, whether I'm hosting the show and it doesn't matter. We're happy for each other, and I'm happy for him because everybody's past different. But management, you know, just go out and get a manager. I mean, there's thousands of comedians right now. There's thousands of people that are comedians. What they're looking for is a specific new thing, catch thing, a guy that's going to be the next big thing to be able to make money of it. Because at the end of the day, they're going to make money. They got to make money, okay? To manage and all that, they're going to take 10%, 15, 20%, whatever that fee is, okay, somewhere in there. But if you're a comedian and you're just out there making $100, $150 a show, you better have a ton of shows for them to be able and to have management. You've got to be at a level where you're almost booking out and selling out clubs for the weekend. So you've got to be able to be at a point where clubs are booking you for full weekends, meaning Thursday through Saturday, Sunday if you want to do Sunday shows, and you've got to be able to sell those out because there's perks with selling them out. You get bonuses with selling out, and that's where you make your money. And then that's when they make 10% of that. So they're the ones booking those clubs for you. But right now, a lot of comedians still book their own stuff. There's a lot of big comedians out there that are well known that still book all their same stuff because they don't want management involved. Well, I have management when I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Up until a point to where you're so busy, so big that you don't need to. Then you need to hire management. Like Dusty Slay, for instance, he blew up here in the last couple of years. He came on my radio show. He and I've had conversations. He finally got to a point. He said, "Andy, if you're going to talk to me about shows and booking shows," he goes, "I do not handle that anymore. I've solely handed that over to my management and my agent now. Here's their information. So if you want me to do any of your shows, you need to talk to them. They handle all my schedule. It's gotten to the point it's too much." And he has finally got to that level, but he's been doing comedy for 10 years. So now it's at the point he goes, I'm glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. They book me because he's booking stuff like the Grand Ole Opry. He's going to book a theater here in Atlanta when he come that he was just here for 2 weeks ago. So now he's doing theaters, bigger stuff, bigger contracts, bigger money and details that management and agents, that's where they play a part when you're doing those bigger contracts.
Yeah.
So to have an agent now at this level where I'm at is ludicrous. It's ridiculous. Unless you just get someone who wants to help you in their management, and they go, hey, we see a lot of potential in you, which have an agent. They go, we see a ton of potential in you. We think you're going to be the next big thing in the next couple of years. We want to go ahead and start helping you and manage you now, which is great for him.
Yeah.
Great for him. High five. It doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
Especially this early on. So for me to have anybody like that is not even worth it unless they want to go. And don't get me wrong. Someone says, hey man, I can get you booked everywhere. You just need me. No, high five. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let's give it 6 months to a year and see what happens. So, that's where that is. So that makes any sense. But it's about putting asses in seats because and until you're a draw and you can put asses in seats, and that's what AJ's trying to do now, and that's what they're testing him out, and they're sending him out to these areas as a feature and as a headliner to see how he does and see if he can put asses in seats and sell out tickets and rooms. Like when I featured for him the Stardome, he was headlining them. It was a small room upstairs. He packed it out. Everybody was there to see him. Had a great show. We had some great feedback. He passed the test. They gave the owner of Stardome gave him a raving review back to Nashville. I was like, did you tell them I did good too? No. Oh, okay, good. Okay, yeah, I'm still nobody.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm still nobody. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
I'm still nobody. But anyway. but that's just the honest truth of it. But it was good. But I'd have never been at the Stardome any sooner than I have when the AJ said, hey man, you got to go feature for me. Jake's sick. I was just going to go host, and he's like, so, I got to perform there, got to see the owner, meet the owner, had a good set. They were like, you did good. So I'm getting opportunities just because, we're friends and, things like that and things are happening. So, and I'm grateful for that more than anything.
Yeah. Well, it's cool to see that still happening in today's time. Because that's a far and few now.
No, that happens in comedy a lot. If guys are cool, and I've found a lot of good cool comedians. There's a lot of bitter people out there. Here's the thing about comedy. The thing about comedy, you go a lot further in this industry if you're a nice guy, you're a cool guy, you're not an asshole, you're just there to have fun, you're there to do your job, you don't bitch or complain about your spot on the show. You can just give it your all and do what you can. Do the best you can, and then be positive. And you can make friends in this industry. And you don't know who's going to be the next big thing or take off or go down the road.
Yeah.
And yes, a lot of comedians that have come along have been taken along by bigger guys that took off faster than them. And they all started at the same place. A lot of SNL guys, a lot of, Second City guys. They went from there to SNL, and then they're like, hey, and they took their buddy on the road, and their buddy became it, and they helped them. That's how Sebastian Maniscalco became big, because Andrew Dice Clay took him on the road. He was struggling at the Comedy Store, took him on the road. He came back, helped him, changed it, and then he came back with this whole different attitude, and all of a sudden he starts doing well and then takes off. So, I mean, that's the thing about comedy, and guys who are stepping up in bigger positions, like my buddy, who's like, I still got friends that I want to open for me, because he knows my stuff, and he knows my set. And he knows what I can do. And he's like, so when I was like, hey man, did you have a host for that show? And he's like, no, you want to host it? I was like, yes. He goes, please come host. I'm on the way for you, buddy. I'm on the way. I'm there for you. And thank you for the opportunity. And then that turned into me featuring when his other feature was sick, and we're all sitting there in the hotel room. The guy goes, I can't go on. And I'm like, he's like, Andy, you got a feature. And I'm like, I got you.
Yeah.
Boom. Tap me in, coach. So, yes, that happens in comedy every day, and that's part of it. The guys that are out here by themselves, you see the bad attitudes. You see the guys that I'm just going to be me. I'm going to F everybody else.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that are going to struggle longer, because it is a community. It is a community, and if you become friends with the right people, right guys, not that I'm sitting here trying to be friends with somebody just to execute, make my career better. If it happens naturally, it happens, and typically it does. And if you're professional, you do your job, and you're a good dude, and become friends a lot of it, and then you're a cheerleader. It happens. It happens. So, not to say it, but it's happening. Again, I'm a benefit of it here recently, and maybe more in the future. But right now, I'm doing my own path, booking my own stuff on the bar comedy tours and local shows, and people are calling me, and I'm very, very beyond grateful for people to be able to call me and trust me and say, "Hey, man, need you to come feature this show. Need you to do this." I filled in. Matter of fact, last couple of weekends for 2 sick comics who got COVID, and they're like, "Hey, man, we need somebody to come feature real quick." I'm like, "Top man,"
Yeah.
So, anyways, hope that explains enough about that. The Dayquil's kicking in. The Dayquil's kicking in. I feel like I'm on speed right now. You just tell me to shut up. You're repeating yourself. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So anyway, does that answer your question? I don't know. I went on a weird rant. I went down left field.
Well, like I was saying, it's far and few between. But like you said, with comedy, you've got that group. But what other industry is that way? Really, there's not really many that's way.
No.
That people are helping each other.
Yeah, there's not, and a lot in entertainment. It's a very individual, selfish kind of industry. Move out of my way. That they'll be nice to your face, stab you in the back before you, and that happens in comedy. But those people will eventually weed themselves out in the community. Word gets out. It is a tight community. It's a tight community in each city, but it's also a tight community nationally. Even though there's a bunch of comedians, word gets out fast if you're an asshole. Word gets out fast if you're a jerk. Word gets out fast if you don't know how to behave and be cool.
Yeah.
So, things like that move very, very quickly in this industry. Like someone could do a show and just totally behave like an idiot in another state. I'll hear about it by Tuesday, Wednesday the next week.
Yeah.
That's how fast it moves. Somebody said they saw you on TikTok. Jared Barrera, saw you on TikTok. So anyways, welcome to the show, Jared. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hit the like and share button. I think we're going to go, I know we're on Facebook right now and YouTube, but I think going forward, we may just do YouTube for a while. I'm thinking about just solidifying us into one category, one thing, and just going with YouTube and sticking with YouTube. So if we go live, we're on YouTube, but then we'll upload it to everything and then put the Spotify link. So this is my formal soft announcement. We're looking at going live from now on to YouTube. So
unless more Dayquil kicks in.
Yes, or before Dayquil kicks in and I forget. And then next week I go, oh shit. Because I could. I very well could.
Yeah.
It can happen. Anyways. So you got sick too. Because when I came back from Vegas and you were like, no, dude, I'm sick too. And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah. I started getting it and then I seen you doing all the traveling and getting sick and I'm like, no.
Yep. But hopefully it's building my immune system. So that way, hopefully I won't get as sick more often.
Okay. Keep believing that.
What's that?
I said keep believing that.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Jared. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you watching, buddy. Please no self-promotion. Okay, anyways, yeah, so your Feet Finder still going good? I see you're still doing some commercials.
Yeah, we're still doing some stuff for them. I did one, and I had to not post it. It was actually hilarious, though.
Yeah, okay, I was going to ask you about that. So you did one, and you said you liked it, but then you had to do another one. So
yeah.
What did you do to offend the Feet Finder people? That's what I want to know, because that is a feat in itself. Look at that.
You cannot use animals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No
at all.
Animals.
Yeah.
That's where they draw the line.
Yeah. They draw their animals. and I was chasing the donkey trying to get some feet pics.
Oh my goodness. Oh, they draw the line at animals.
Yeah,
All righty then. Oh, their standards. Okay.
yeah, there is standards.
We're gonna whore out everybody else's feet in the world for money.
Yeah,
But we're gonna draw the line at animals.
and then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, maybe I need to create an app for animal feet.
Is it because they can't give verbal consent, or
I did not ask. I just quickly come up with something different.
oh my gosh. Oh, I'm asking. I'm asking. Of course I'm asking. I want all the details. So I
Yeah.
can talk about this.
Yeah,
Feet Finder has a limit. No animal.
yes.
No animals. All right. That's good stuff. And you only found out by mistake by doing
Yeah,
a
because
Did
I
you
do
go
the
back Go ahead.
I do the video, and then I have to send it to the rep to approve,
Right.
and then it was like, yeah, no, we can't use that.
Did you read the disclaimers? Have they sent you any information in writing that says, "Hey, this is what we don't do. This is what Feet Finder's rules are." No, did you read any of that? Did they send you any of that?
They send you an e-document you gotta sign,
Yeah.
but it's basically saying you're gonna post it for however long, it's gonna stay up, all that stuff.
It's just it's just an image release.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, pretty much.
But it didn't say anything about hey, Scooter, don't put animal feet.
Not that I've noticed. I have to reread it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, because I had this idea for 2 weeks. Like, I was ready to go for this,
Oh my god.
and then I made the video, and yeah, I still kept it there.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I saw it, and I saw you chasing it, and I was like, okay, I don't know what happened here, what's going on, but we're gonna talk about it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully I remember to talk about it with all the Dayquil I'm on and stuff. That's hilarious, dude. They draw the line. The moral line is at animal feet,
Yeah.
but they.
But the funny thing is, no animal feet, but apparently I can go around and talk to other people and ask them about taking pictures of their feet and putting them up.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's the consent thing.
Yeah, it's got to be a consent thing, and then they're like, "Oh, no bestiality." Oh, but we can sell people's feet for money. Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You should go do a man on the street in Atlanta with a little recorder. Hey, would you sell your feet? So, or just at a local gas station. That would be even funner. Do it at a gas station. You get some good folks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it.
Do it down in Woodbury. You get some good folks down in there. You get some good.
Oh yeah.
You get some good sound bites out of that.
Yeah.
Down there. I'd love.
Or when I go down to Waycross.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
Either one. You get some good reactions.
Yeah.
Natural, amazing, funny reactions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That's your next one.
Yeah. We'll do that one. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's awesome, dude. Oh, dude, and what was it? It was like, I think it was Pornhub or somebody said something one day. There was a thing a while back that Pornhub rejected somebody's sex video, because you can post on there apparently, your own stuff and create an account apparently.
Oh wow.
And I didn't know this. And somebody said, and it was rejected because it went, and they go, Pornhub has a moral line. Like, the people are like, have you seen what's on there?
Yeah.
That's like TikTok, dude. That's like TikTok banned me 4 times in Vegas. 4 times they banned me in Vegas because somebody said, because I went live. Okay, funny story. So I won $353 off of 58 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going live. I threw 58 cents off a ticket because I put $20 in got down to 58 cents. I pulled it out, and so I went over and sat in this little casino, this little machine, this little devil machine. I'd never seen it. Looked fun. I'm just trying to kill some time. Start hitting. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go live because a lot of people who go to Vegas and play the slots will go live. And they get a lot of views, and it's fun. And I watched some of them. It's fun to watch some of them.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody's winning.
Yeah.
So I'm getting up to like $100. So I go live real quick, and I'm like live, and I'm like, oh, look, I put in 58 cents, and people are watching. Goes on for an hour. I get up to $353. I'm like, holy shit, this is great. I'm like, this is fun. And people are just going nuts, blah, 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 blah. So I go back down. I lose about 100 something of it, and I pull it out, and I was like, okay, we'll go live again later. At least I got $194 out of it. I got to go do a show. We'll do some stuff later. And so now all of a sudden I'm getting all these new followers. I got like almost 1,000 new followers. I finally broke the 18.2 barrier. So I'm now 19.2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, finally, I'm unbroke. I've unbroke the TikTok, suppression. So I come out and I go, all right, let's go back and do it again after my show because I'm wide awake. I'm wired. I'm like, hey, we're still up. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
So I'll go on there and I'm going live and I'm hitting it. And people are like, hey, keep your camera still. It's like, look, my arm is losing, feeling. I didn't plan to do this. This wasn't in my intention to do this. I just decided on a whim. But since we're winning and everybody's been here watching, let's just keep riding.
Yeah.
Somebody, all of a sudden, they go, boom. And it says, you're banned. And I was like, what the frick? It's like, you can't go live till tomorrow. And I saw a look on there. I go, why? And he goes, you cannot use firearms when going live. I go, firearms? I'm on a freaking casino machine in Vegas. Somebody didn't like me saying my arm's going numb, get over it. They go, well, I get nauseous. Stop watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Go away.
So they report me. 24 hours goes by. All of a sudden I see it's live again. I'm still up. I go, all right, let's do this. Hey, by the way, and I'm kind of bitching about, by the way, I don't know who reported my ass about a false file. I was like, you can go kiss my ass. Boom.
There you go.
I'm like, of all the shit out there on TikTok. So I appeal it. And they go, no, we're going to uphold it for 48 hours. Uphold it for playing a casino machine and somebody saying I'm using firearms on a live.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I sent them a big old nasty note. I found where you can send them a note now. I finally found it. I was like, y'all can go kiss my ass. Y'all can kiss my ass, really. I mean, this is bullshit. All the shit you got out there. And this is your moral line that somebody can false report and ban me. And you ban me. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
With all the teenage nudity and bullshit and sexual shit out here, and you just let that ride. And the people, I've seen some of the stuff on live. Nowhere have I even come close to some of the crap that's on.
Yeah.
And then you want to get on me for telling somebody to get off my live feed because their butt hurt?
Yeah. So
they release it again. It's 1:00 in the morning. I can't sleep. I did another show at Drunken Jokes, 18 Bin. If you're ever in Vegas, go see Drunken Jokes at 18 Bin. Amir Miracle hosts that. It's a very good show at 18 Bin in Vegas behind the strap. Anyways, so I get back again. I go live. I get this big bonus. Like, I'm in this bonus. People are watching. It's 1:30 in the morning Vegas time. And apparently it blinked up. I'm one of the top lives right now because I guess everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, I got these, and I'm like watching, I'm getting this bonus, and then I accidentally, and everybody, and I go, I don't know. So I kind of drug it out just to kind of have fun with it. And people are like, hurry up and hit the thing, hit the thing. So I finally hit, and I hit a mini. They go, serves you right. And I go, kiss my butt. I said, this is my game, and all of a sudden, boom, you're banned. I'm like, this asshole reported it. So I go back to TikTok and I'm like, what the frick's going on? And so I was like, whoever this asshole is, you need to kick him off because it's the same person. I know it is. And if you don't do some goddamn research right now, excuse my language, folks, and get them off, I'm going to lose my absolute mental mind on you people because y'all are banning me and this dude's abusing and bullying. And you have a no bully policy that you're not upholding. So you can kiss my rear end.
Yeah, so they definitely don't uphold that one.
No, they don't. And my whole thing is that, they go, we have standards. I go, no, you don't have standards.
Yeah.
You have standards, whatever makes you feel in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. But when I got into it was, basically I have to sit there and filter out the people.
Yeah.
Not TikTok.
Yeah.
Which I can't do that no more.
I sent them reports. I was like, if you don't ban this person from my feed or from TikTok or from my stuff,
yeah,
this is going to be an issue because you're falsely banning me for no reason. Because I know it's it's the same excuse. It happens at the same time. And this little knucklehead, this little keyboard little knucklehead who's going to get punched in the mouth, probably some teenager going to get punched in the mouth if I ever figure out who it is. So,
yeah.
Anyways.
No, their standards is crazy.
Yeah. There is no standards. They like, just like Twitter. Oh, we had standards. Now Elon's in there like, bullshit, you had standards.
Yeah.
I have noticed I have lost over 80 followers on TikTok since he's been disbanding robots and BS accounts and all that. I've lost over 80 followers.
I've lost on Instagram. I've lost 300 followers.
On what?
Instagram.
Why?
I don't know. They just 300 is gone.
I lost a couple the other day on Instagram. I posted some video. It's suppressed. It's me talking about weddings and don't release lanterns. And apparently, I can't say don't release Chinese lanterns at your wedding because you're gonna call in an airstrike. Apparently, that's offensive.
Yeah, well, you said Chinese.
But it's true.
Yeah, there you go.
China flew a balloon. We shot it down. Women have been letting these Chinese tea lanterns go for 10 years.
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe's on his finger they're going to call in a goddamn airstrike. It's funny. It's funny. It's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like the Goodyear blimp where they put don't shoot.
Yeah. And that's part of the video.
Yeah.
But I'm suppressed now because I just tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell the truth on any platform.
No, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's a joke because it's funny.
Yeah.
I bet when I go do this joke this weekend at a show, I'm going to talk about it. I bet I get more laughs, and I'm going to sit there. I'm going to film the show, and I bet people are going to laugh their ass off.
Yeah.
That's goddamn true, man. People are going to call in an airstrike.
Yeah.
But you're really not supposed to let go of those tea lanterns anyways because they can float into airspace, and it's an FAA federal regulation that passed so many feet. That's why you got to get permission when you do a balloon release, where, when, and what time, because you could go into a path of an oncoming small plane or jet and get in a fuselage.
Remember getting the old laundry bags, the big laundry bags, and doing the tea candles? You got a huge one to go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would call in an airstrike.
Yeah.
Dude, that would call in an airstrike so bad. You got one of your dead followers. Thought he died. Somebody said he thought he died. You. Is that
always?
That's still going on? That's still.
Yes.
That's still.
Yeah.
Going
I have to say I'm alive pretty much every day.
You can tell when I see those comments like, yep, there's a teenager. There's a teenager. Yep. I mean, I know what age group we're in now.
Yeah. Exactly. That or he fell off.
Yeah, he fell off. Those are your two. They're in middle school or high school. That's your telltale right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your telltale. Hey man, if they want to keep it going and keep you popular and keep you trending, man, I'm not against it, brother.
No,
hey, more power to you. More power to you and to them. You know what?
Yeah, that's what I'm at.
As long as everybody's having fun, no worries.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 19. Okay, still.
Okay.
I'm 19. I just seen some videos about it. Sorry about that. Don't apologize, man. We're joking about it, dude. I'm a comedian. This is called joking around.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people that are emailing me and messaging me, and that's what they're saying. I heard you died. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, why? Dude,
right.
We're thick-skinned. We're in our 40s.
Yeah.
Bro. We grew up in a generation where you got to say a lot more to offend us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what. That's what. Oh, speaking of getting canceled and suppressed and hurt feelings, you see this? You see this crap? Remember we kept saying about all this the cancel stuff 3 years ago. Everybody canceling,
Yeah.
and now we're finally getting out of it. We kept saying, well, what about Tropic Thunder? Here it is. Ben Stiller says he never apologized for Tropic Thunder. So Fox News or one of the Fox News, but I don't know who leaked it first, but I just saw it on info.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're saying that somebody asked him, and he said, "I never apologized for Tropic Thunder." So I was like, "Here we go. We're finally going after Tropic Thunder and attacking Tropic Thunder to cancel it." And someone said, "Well, did you apologize?" And he goes, "I never apologized, nor will I ever apologize for that movie."
Yeah.
Because that movie is funny, it's hilarious, it's very popular, and it's probably one of the last movies that actually comedically that everybody was not butthurt about. Everybody joked about everything. Everything was up for grabs. Everything was funny. There was no punching down. It was punching across. It was punching up. It was punching all the right things that was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
And we're missing that now.
Huh?
We're missing that now. Majorly.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why I'm doing all these bar shows, man, across the U.S. and in the Midwest. Because they're like, they tell me every Saturday, they go, by the way, you know where you are? And I'm like, I know I'm in such and such state. They go, everything is on the table. Do not hold back. We want to laugh.
Yeah.
And I go, okay. Because I asked them, I go, what kind of show are we doing in Cleveland? They go, everything's on the table.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Be funny. As long as it's funny, we don't care.
Yeah.
And that's and they want that. And people they don't want to be suppressed or boo-hoo or tiptoe around. They say that there was one show I did. They go, we had one comic in here, and they were very young, and they were kind of wokey, and that's the only person that we didn't really mesh with. They were funny, but didn't really go with the flow kind of thing. And so we're letting you know, don't be like that. I go, oh, don't worry, I'll let it fly. We'll have fun.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
the problem is 99% of America is that way.
Yes, everybody wants to have fun. Everybody wants to joke because everything's fun. It's like I tell everybody. Even when I hosted at the Punchline the other night at 8 o'clock, I said, "Look, negativity is out the door. When you walk through that door, everything's up for grabs. We're just going to have fun. We're going to laugh. Anything and everything that you have seen out there on social media, whatever, check your feelings out the door because we're going to laugh and have fun.
Yeah.
And if you can't laugh and have fun, then you need to go ahead and leave because that's what we're going to do." And everybody's like, yeah. And then I did my set. We had a good time and we had an amazing show.
Yeah. And that's the way it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like, don't be here to make a political stance or get your feelings hurt or go, I don't.
Yeah.
Shut up, sit down. You're here at a comedy show to have fun.
Yeah. You know what you're coming for.
Yes. And we're not here to bash on any sex, race, or anything, but point out the stupidity in it. And I'm going to get Ty Rivera on the show because Ty Rivera is probably one of the funniest comedians out there in the LGBTQ plus minus sideways, upside down, the other. And he even makes fun, and he talks about the ridiculousness of the woke crowd, the ridiculousness of the community that has just gone left and right. And as a gay man and comedian in this world, he's like, here's the stupidity, here's the ridiculousness, and yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And he does an amazing show, and I'm actually going to get him on the podcast here in the next couple of weeks, and he will just let it rip. And if you don't know who he is, go look him up on YouTube. He lets it fly every day.
Yeah.
He tells the truth. He goes, and he calls it like it is. And the truth's the truth. The funny's the funny. The good's the good. The bad's bad.
Problem is you got too many people that it's offensive, and nobody wants to step up and say, shut up, sit down.
Well, this is offensive today, but tomorrow it's not. If this certain person or this certain whatever could say this, you can't. But these people can't say it. These people can't talk about it. These people, huh?
Yeah.
So, and I agree. Certain things, when you say things, don't need to punch down as much as they probably need to punch across.
Yeah.
I could agree with that statement more than I can agree with you can't say nothing about this ever again.
Yeah. Well, it needs to flow with what's going on.
Yep.
You know, it don't need to be too high. It don't need to be too low. Just evenly flow.
Just like me making fun of tea lanterns and weddings and Daytona 500. I made fun across the board of about 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah.
And specifically, a lot of it, my group and demographic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be honest about it.
Yeah. Well, it's like with my TikTok. You know, as much as I absolutely hate the way I have to argue with people, that's what they want. They want you to be that controversial crap.
I'm not going to be controversial. You know? If it takes me forever to get 1 million followers, it takes me forever to get 1 million followers. I don't give a crap. I'm going to find the people. And the people that I lose every day, that I gain, that I lose, that's fine. I'm just weeding in, weeding out. I'm weeding in my people that like me, that like me for who I am, that I'm funny, that I'm a good guy at heart. I'm a down-to-earth guy. I love everybody. I don't care if you're gay, unicorn, left, right, upside down, the other, just as long as you're a good person.
If you're good to me, I'm going to be good to you.
I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to be a friend. And we can be, I got friends in all demographics of all different sexualities of everything.
Exactly.
Including cross-dressers and everything. We have those conversations and we talk and we are friends. And it's like, you know, and that's why I said I'm going to bring Ty on here. And Ty will just blow your mind how amazing he just picks apart. Like, let's talk. Cancel me, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because we are ridiculous at times. And we are being over the line. And then, you know, and you guys are being over the line about this. And, you know, you guys are being too sensitive about this.
Yeah.
And I just, it's so fun. It's so refreshing to have someone out there like that's just going. And Ty should be big. And Ty is headliner across the country right now. And if you don't know him, go find him. Ty Riviera, hilarious.
But check it out.
Puts everybody in their place, and it's awesome.
We need more of that.
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we took some friends of ours to his show with us that moved here from California, and they're Mexican, and he's Mexican. He talked about it. He goes, who'd you go with? And they're, we brought. He goes, look, the white people brought the Mexicans show. You know, and he just went after it.
Yeah. Which, like I said, that's what you go for.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was funny, and everybody laughed, and then he just went down a path and goes, you know, and so I was like, and he told people, he had one lady get sensitive, and he was like, you need to leave. This is my show.
Yeah. You know, and that's the thing is, if you don't like it, there's a door. Go. You know, if you don't like it, unfollow. Like,
and it's a shame that we have to say that now in comedy, but I mean, every time I host, I'm like, and I say it, check your feelings at the door. Here, you know, I know where I'm about to go, but I'm not going to I don't do that. I stay fairly clean. I do poke at things, but nothing crazy. Yeah. Nothing that I could ever get canceled for. But you know, I don't know what the headliner's going to do, but I just make sure, hey, check your feelings out the door, because I am going to compare Girl Scouts to Nazis. I am going to compare, you know, my beard being Spanx, you know, and women and bras and boobs, and I'm going to be talking about all this different stuff, but I'm going to make it funny.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make it about me, but we're going to talk about, so that's not, you know, and I've been able to cultivate a set that doesn't offend, that makes everybody laugh, that pokes fun at guys and women and me and all of it. It's all of us, you know, but it also brings everybody together.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody can laugh together, because at the end of the day, I can sell shirts and hats and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, it's a shame that I have to do that. And sometimes I've got some jokes written that are just really out there, really kind of poke, you know, and people are like, you know, you need to roll some of that out. And I'm like, I will eventually. Yeah. Right now it's about building my base, and it's about just having fun and being a good feature and being funny and having a good time. And it's harder to do that, but at the same time, it's a lot more fun.
Well, you're being true to yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to be too offensive. I'm not going out there to try to be Andrew Dice Clay or anybody or raunchy. I want to be fun and funny for everybody. Yeah. You know, but it's all developing different things. So what you got coming up, man? We need to land this plane. It's been an hour, and I think my Dayquil's kicking in, and I may have to go use the bathroom. So anyway.
I've actually been here at the shop cleaning up and getting stuff situated and getting ready.
Come clean mine.
No. You got enough Dayquil in you right now. You can do it yourself.
No. I don't want to. I don't want too. I really don't.
Yeah.
I found Jody at TikTok, Midget Mafia OG. Thank you for everybody that commented and joined. Hope you didn't go away with your feelings hurt. If you did, you don't know us.
Yes. Yes.
You don't know us. Let's see what I got here. Oh yes, again, talking about being offensive. Here's a good friend of mine. She was at the show at Stardom, became a good fan of mine because she was there to see AJ. I picked on her because I thought she was with another guy and they were married because they said they were a married couple. And then later she goes, "No, I'm a lesbian." And then I had the best time with her and she became a friend. And she was like, "You guys are so down to earth." And I just basically said, "Well, I walked down the wrong path." I said, "I grew up in the 90s. I grew up, don't ask, don't tell. I asked, she told, and I don't have anywhere to go." So.
Yeah. I'll go out the door. I'm sorry.
I'll shut up because I walked into that. And I have nothing in my arsenal. My bad. No, but she's great. She's great. The last thing coming up March 3rd, 4th. March 4th. I'll be here in Atlanta, Woodstock, Georgia. Come check me out. I'll be doing a 25-minute feature set on this show. So if you want to see me my full glory set. I'm doing a complete full set, 25 minutes. Come see me there. Tickets are on sale now. Go to my website or go to my Facebook page. It's on there. And also be at the House of Bourbon March 16th and in Panama City. If you're going down there, come check me out. And this weekend, I am in Clarksville. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm in Clarksville, Arkansas. Got to get up and drive 11 hours.
Don't take no more NyQuil.
Oh, God, yeah.
Or NyQuil.
Oh, no, dude, I'll be chugging my espressos. I got these little Starbucks espresso cans. I'm like, I'm pounding those things are like, they're better than Red Bull. And I'm like, get you there, get you some.
Yeah.
All right, that's for us here at the Fat Thrower Podcast. We appreciate you. Love you. Thank you. Like, share, leave us a review. We're going to be on YouTube going forward live. So if you want to be a part of the live, catch us on YouTube on Thursdays at 11. As long as we're not sick, we're in town. If not, catch up with us on Spotify. We're on 17 platforms, 17 podcasts, actually 18. I miscounted. I recounted the other day. We're on 18 podcast platforms across the spectrum. And Spotify is our number one. That's the one we plug, and that's the one that takes care of us the best. That's the one we want you to go listen to. If not, go to Apple Podcasts or any of the others. We don't really care. Just as long as you listen, you like, you download, and come back and comment. Tell us we either suck or amazing or Jody's in trouble for animal feet.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we like you, I think.
Maybe.
All right. Until next time, till next week, we'll catch you later. Be good. See you.